Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well. You all are safe, and your preparation for UGC NET hasn't stopped. So, I'm here with another informative lecture on William Shakespeare. So, William, as you all know, that William Shakespeare's contribution to dramas is very well recognized, and also for the UGC NET perspective, most of the questions are asked from William Shakespeare's plays. So that is why knowing all these works is very important. Okay. So that is what we are doing right now. As of now, we have studied about Hamlet. Then we have also studied about Macbeth. Sorry, not Macbeth. We have studied for the king. Today we are going to study for King Lear, and yesterday we studied for Othello. Okay. So yes, good morning, Siddharth. Very good morning to you. And I hope the concept of or the reason behind these plays of Shakespeare becoming tragic plays is clear to you now. Okay. So that is what's up. Most of it. So as I already explained it to you, I will just repeat it again. That in the Elizabethan age, it was said that it is our right to take the revenge. Okay. Earlier, revenge was called as immoral. But in the Elizabethan age, the poets or everyone or the scholars considered that, or even the queen was with this view that revenge is not at all immoral. It is our right that we should take revenge and we should punish the ones who has disturbed our lives, okay, or who has done wrong to us. So with this view, Shakespeare has written so many plays. So even in Othello, we see that how jealousy comes up, and how Othello also thinks of taking revenge from Iago. Then also in Hamlet, we have seen that Hamlet takes revenge from his uncle who has killed his father. So this is something. So in today's play, the theme of this play is not the revenge, but it is sort of the misjudgment of the child, or let's say how this play King Lear goes. Okay. So yeah, this was the offer till yesterday. Then subscribe to our channel so that you will get to learn about each and every topic related to UGC NET paper 1 as well as paper 2. Okay, so don't miss the lectures. So the name of the play is King Lear. Now what is this play all about? So King Lear was a person. He was an old king. Okay, and so this whole story revolves around him. So this play is also called as the great tragedy of William Shakespeare. Let's understand how this is the great tragedy of William Shakespeare. The play King Lear was written in 1606. So you can see that Hamlet was written around 1602 to 1603. Then we can see Othello in 1604. And now King Lear is written in 1606. Second thing is, the story is derived from the legend of Lear of Britain, a mythological pre-Roman Celtic king. Okay, so this whole story is derived from this king. Next, George Bernard Shaw wrote, "No man will ever write a better tragedy than Lear." Okay, so he praises William Shakespeare's work, and he says that no man can ever write a play like King Lear. So King Lear is such a beautiful play, according to George Bernard Shaw, that he says no man can write better play than King Lear. So it is written in such a beautiful manner. So those who have read the play might already know about it, that what is the beauty of this play and how. So basically, if you have read this play, so when I was reading King Lear, I came across so many words, so many style of writing that is so fascinating, or that is so interesting, and it keeps you engaged in the play. You feel like, oh, what is going to happen next, what is going to happen next, okay? And it is written in a very beautiful manner, okay? The storyline is not that difficult, but the presentation of it is quite beautiful. Then Nuham, sorry, I'll just erase it, yeah. So, Nahum Tate adapted Shakespeare's King Lear in 1681, where the lead characters survived and Cordelia and Edgar got married. So, in 1681, this Nahum Tate adapts this Shakespeare's play, and he just makes some changes in it, where the lead characters, so who or whatever the lead characters are, they are survived. So he has, what you can say, improvised the play, and there he has shown that the characters are survived. So in King Lear, the characters are, so few of the characters are dead shown, okay, but here he shows that all the characters, lead characters, survived, and Cordelia and Edgar got married. So let's see in the original play whether they get married, or what is going on in the whole play. Who is Edgar, who is Cordelia, who is King Lear, and what is the exact story behind King Lear. So first, let's look at the characters, so that you will, so when I will be explaining you the story, when we will be looking at the act-wise story, then it will be clear to you that which character is playing which role and what is it, what does that signify, okay? So obviously the first character is King Lear himself, the old man, the old king. Just give me a second. Yeah. The old king of Britain, on the verge of retirement. Okay. Now he is going to retire. He is very old. So, and he has 3 daughters. The first and the eldest daughter is Goneril. Okay. Goneril is the name of his first and the eldest daughter. The eldest daughter of Lear, and she is power hungry and ruthless. So she is very power hungry, and she only wants the power, she only wants the wealth, and she is not at all concerned about his father's love. Next, Duke of Albany. Who is Duke of Albany? He is the Goneril's husband. He does not participate in his wife's ruthless action. So he is basically a good person, and he does not support whatever his wife was doing. Next is Regan. Regan is the second daughter of King Lear. She is power hungry and ruthless as well. Okay, so second daughter of King Lear is also very power hungry, and she is also ruthless. Then Duke of Cornwall. So Duke of Cornwall, Regan's husband, and he is cruel and violent. He assists Regan and Goneril in the conspiracy. So here you can see Duke Albany doesn't support his wife, but on the other hand, Duke of Cornwall Okay. Hello students. So I'm extremely sorry for the inconvenience caused to you for disturbing our studies, but these are the technical issues that we cannot actually, which are not in our hands. So in today's session, now explaining you the whole part is not possible, but still I would try to at least give you a brief summary, and then we will also look at the characters, and we will end the session for today. So King of France, Cordelia's husband, then Earl of Gloucester, a nobleman in the court of King Lear. He has two sons and he misjudges the right child just like Lear. So if you will see the play, King Lear gives all of his wealth to his elder two sisters, that is, we will discuss them. Wait. Yeah. So he gives it to Goneril and Regan, okay, and he doesn't give anything to Cordelia. But if you see that Cordelia was the most loyal and she had a true love for her father. But King Lear did not recognize this. He misjudges, okay, that both elder two daughters are the loyal ones. That is why he gives everything to them. So similar in the similar manner, Gloucester also gives his wealth and he misjudges both of his sons, just like King Lear. Then Edgar, the elder and the legitimate son of Gloucester, he is simple and kind-hearted. So who was the legitimate son of Gloucester? He is the Edgar. And the second son's name is Edmund. So the illegitimate son of Gloucester. So he is cunning, power hungry and ruthless, just like Regan and just like Goneril and Regan, okay. Then we also have Earl of Kent, a nobleman in the court of King Lear. He later disguises as chaos. And then we also have Fool, the devoted companion of King Lear. So there is a fool in every king's court. So here also we will see a fool who is very devoted companion of King Lear. So who is actually kept for the entertainment purpose, but he is very good at his work. So let's see what is the summary of King Lear. So King Lear divides his kingdom among the two daughters who flatters him and banishes the third one who loves him. His eldest daughters both then reject him at their homes. So Lear goes mad and wanders through a storm. His banished daughter returns to with an army, but they lost the battle, and Lear and all his daughters and more die. Okay, so this is the end of the story. So what is the whole story about? It is the misjudgment that King Lear does with his three daughters, and similar is done by Gloucester. Okay, Gloucester, I'm sorry. So this is the whole summary of King Lear. I hope now when you will read the King Lear, so those who have read it, you must have already known, and those who are yet to read it, do read it and understand it properly. So here is act-wise summary. So this is the act 1, in which this is the begins with the Earl of Gloucester introducing his illegitimate son Edmund to the Earl of Kent. Okay, so Lear, King of Britain, enters with his court. Now that he is an old man, Lear has decided to divide his kingdom between his three daughters. The division will depend on the quality of each princess. Okay, declares of love to her towards their father. So the first two, the elder two daughters of King Lear, they fool him. Okay, and they fake that they love their father the most, but later on when actual time comes, they they rejects to take their father in their homes. So that is the first act. So here this is a famous quote, or this is a famous line which you will see: nothing will come of nothing. Okay, so this is a very important line you have to remember. Then in Act 2, meanwhile, Edmund is determined to be the recognized as a rightful son of Gloucester. Okay, so here, so as the first two daughters of King Lear does with King Lear, here Edmund does with Gloucester. Okay, by a trick, he persuades his father that his legitimate brother Edgar is plotting against Gloucester's life, which wasn't true. Okay, so this was the second scene. Then third scene, despairing of his daughters and deeply rejecting Cordelia, Lear goes mad at the height of a great storm. He and the fool run wild on the heath until Gloucester takes them into a hut for shelter. Okay, so this is the scene in the, so now he feels very bad. Okay, so here King Lear feels very bad looking at the whole scenario, that he misjudged his real daughter. Okay, and then Act 4, then this is the Act 4 is all about the storm and all about the fight that they have to fight. Then French forces are overcome by Albany's army led by Edmund. Okay, Edmund and Lear and Cordelia are captured. So here in the end, so Goneril has already poisoned. Regan is in their jealous rivalry over Edmund's attention. Okay, so here the war has begun. Now everyone wanted the throne, everyone wanted the power, so they are fighting amongst themselves now. Okay, and that is why, what is the end? Everyone dies. Now this makes King Lear as a tragic play. So King Lear features a noble born protagonist who makes a fatal mistake that leads to widespread suffering and eventually the death of himself and several others. And Lear makes his fatal mistake by the play's opening scene, when he divides his kingdom amongst his daughters according to the degree of love they profess for him. Okay, so this is something which you should remember of the King Lear, and how we can consider King Lear as the tragic flaw or the Hamartia. So Lear and Gloucester die of broken hearts. Then Cordelia is murdered. Regan is poisoned by Goneril and Goneril commits suicide. Then Cornwall has earlier been killed in retribution by one of his servants, and although alive, Kent seems suicidal. So he has a journey shortly to do, which tells us कि अब सब लोग dead है. Yes, so everyone, because of just the hatred, because of the jealousy, because of the power that they wanted, they killed each other. Okay, so there is a chaos and disorder. Then there is power and the tragic hero in the play. Then there is fate and the hostile or absent gods. Then there is death and resolution. And then, yes, so that's it. So this is the whole background behind King Lear. Okay, so when you will read the King Lear, actually you will understand it in a better way. Okay, and try to remember if there are any soliloquies, try to remember the dialogues, try to remember the famous quotes in the play. Okay, so this is something you should remember whenever you are studying for King Lear. I hope you have understood the play quite well. If you have any doubt, you can definitely ask it to me. Comment in the comment section so that I can clear all your doubts. Until the time we meet next, happy learning.